Wait, can we talk about what's happening here first of all? Our camera crew can't come film. So Susie dropped off all her equipment. Emily set up this amazing interview space. She's so good at it.
I'm proud of it.
We learned how to use lights and microphones. Emily did. And now she's asked me the questions, and then I'm going to ask her the questions because Susie can't be here because we're in quarantine from Spain. We did it. We made it to Barcelona. Tell us more, Em. Give us some, if I told you that, give us a little story.
I don't have any stories. We flew here. That's it.
Where are we?
Barcelona.
Where are we going climbing?
Oleana.
The first week in Spain on my route was super hard. I think, you know, we were tired and jet lagged, and, you know, at least a small part of me felt like I'd go and 8A or 513B would feel so easy after 6 months of focused training in rock climbing, and it was not like that at all. I didn't even make it to the top of the route for the first probably 4 days, even while hanging on every bolt.
Adrian was climbing on a route called Mishi, 13B, that's quite hard. And I honestly didn't know how he was going to do on it. It was obviously super hard for him. But the way that projecting works is it's kind of supposed to feel impossible at first, and then it's supposed to get better and better as you progress. So I was proud of him. He was working out all the moves and he was throwing himself at it a couple times a day and getting totally worked.
You look awesome, don't stress. Nicely done.
I chose to try this route called American Hustle. It's a 14B, not a 14C, because there's just not that many 14Cs at that cliff. And it was put up by a friend of mine named Sam Elias, and he kind of recommended it to me, and a bunch of other girls at the cliff were trying it, so it's kind of fun to try routes with other people. One of the reasons I wanted to go to Oleana was because I wanted to climb one of the king lines, like one of the 50-meter routes that goes all the way to the top of the wall, and this was one of those routes.
In China's Tibet, the Chinese side of the mountain is also closed. According to Reuters, the suspension will affect hundreds of foreign climbers who...
Well, here we are, sitting in Spain. And obviously I've been planning our Everest spring climb for the past few months, and the last month or so has been really challenging with coronavirus spreading and potential travel issues and also safety issues. We've been trying to decide whether to run our season or cancel our season with the challenges. It's been super tough. We have a lot of great members who have worked really hard to be there, and today, China officially told us through our contacts in Beijing that they are closing the mountain for the season. And so our season is canceled. And it's tough because ultimately I 100% agree with their decision. And actually yesterday was like the 5th or 6th in a series of calls with my team, like where we decided the right thing to do was probably cancel the season. But we still weren't quite ready to do it. We wanted to see if anything changed over the next week or so. So I think the decision is the right one, but it's pretty heartbreaking. We had 11 summit clients with 7 guides, so 18 people trying to summit Mount Everest this season, along with 20 Sherpa from Nepal and another 10 people not going to the summit but coming to visit base camp and things like that. So it's a lot of people who have been building their lives around this amazing adventure, and now they don't get to go. I should have been able to just focus on Spain. Instead, I was fully in Everest world, and I could tell it was affecting her mental state and ability to focus on her project.
Once again, Everest was like taking over our world because it was kind of crisis mode with coronavirus, and Adrian was on the phone at the cliff trying to deal with clients, trying to deal with Sherpa, and like trying to figure out what to do, which I totally understand. But once again, this was again one of our trips that we were supposed to be like focused on climbing, and that was going to be our big trip before he left. And then all of a sudden, like, Everest comes back.
When I think about challenges in our relationship, this is one of the big ones. Everest puts a major strain on our relationship. I understand the strain and how challenging it is for em and how unfair it seems sometimes, the amount of attention Mount Everest gets. But at the same time, it's like, it's my passion, it's my life. Like, I've dedicated 13 years to that mountain because it challenges me like nothing else on the planet. And I also want and almost expect Emily's support in that. And just like that, the little car is all packed up again. We are going home.